Deciding who actually wins between CapCut, Runway, and Vizard in 2025 is a pretty fair question for any creator, but here is the twist. There is a third player that often gets overlooked in these head-to-head comparisons, and that is Vizard. I am going to walk you through a no-fluff breakdown, round by round, so you can see exactly what each tool brings to the table. We will look at the features, the ease of use, the creative AI capabilities, the pricing, and finally, who each tool is really designed for. First up, let us talk about features and AI tools, starting with CapCut, which is the scrappy all-star for everyday content creators. It gives you the basics plus a whole lot of party tricks like trimming, motion stickers, auto captions, and text-to-speech. It is built for quick social content, and it definitely helps you get a lot done fast. That said, it is a mass-market toolkit, so if you are trying to do Hollywood-style VFX or deep generative edits, it will eventually feel limited. Some AI features in CapCut can also be a bit choppy unless you have high-end hardware or a rock-solid internet connection. Runway ML, on the other hand, is playing in an entirely different league regarding raw creative power. We are talking about top-tier generative stuff like text-to-video, inpainting, motion brushes, and serious cinematic VFX controls. It is essentially designed for people who want to sculpt their imagery with a surgeon's level of precision. The downside is that there is not much of an audio workstation built in, and the learning curve is real. You should definitely plan to watch tutorials and spend at least a week messing around before you feel comfortable. Bottom line, if pure generative power is your #1 priority, Runway takes that round. Now let us bring Vizard into the ring to see where it fits in this ecosystem. Vizard does not try to be a full-blown VFX suite, and that is actually its main point. Its superpower is taking long-form video and turning it into a stack of short, share-ready clips with minimal effort. The AI editing identifies moments most likely to land on social media, like punchlines or high-energy reactions. You also get content management right in the flow, including a calendar to schedule and organize your clips automatically. That combination of smart clip selection plus publishing automation is unique in this market. It is less about making one single cinematic masterpiece and more about feeding your audience consistently and effectively. Ease of use is where CapCut absolutely shines for the average user. With drag-and-drop tools and onboarding that is almost embarrassingly simple, you can look like a pro in minutes. If you just want to crank out content without digging into complex settings, CapCut is your jam. Runway is the polar opposite, extremely powerful but also quite intimidating to jump into. Expect to spend some serious time learning the user interface and getting comfortable with the creative controls. Vizard, however, sits in the sweet spot for creators who want power without the heavy technical lift. It is built around a simple workflow. Upload long videos, let the AI find the highlights, pick your formats, and schedule. No fiddling with every single frame unless you really want to, making it friendlier than Runway and smarter than CapCut for publishing. When it comes to creativity and AI generation, CapCut provides the building blocks for snackable social polish. Runway, though, is where the bleeding-edge generative magic lives, letting you paint motion and edit objects at the frame level. So how does Vizard compare creatively in this mix? Vizard's creativity shows up in scale and context, identifying narrative beats and editing them for virality. It can generate multiple variants of a highlight, like a caption first short or a reaction close-up, to keep your feed diverse. For creators who need volume plus quality, that kind of automated diversity is absolute gold. People often brag about Runway's models turning photos into cinematic scenes, and yeah, that is wild. But if you are not doing that kind of generative filmmaking every day, it is likely overkill for a content calendar that needs daily posts. Pricing is the part nobody loves, but it is something everyone has to scrutinize. CapCut is the budget unicorn, with a robust free tier and paid plans that won't crater your wallet. Runway offers a free plan, but it is credit limited and costs for power users can climb quite quickly. Vizard's pricing is built for creators who need many clips and a reliable publishing pipeline. Because Vizard automates so much of the heavy lifting, it can actually be cheaper than paying for manual editing time. If you are producing multiple short clips per week, Vizard often pays for itself in time saved. Moving to export and sharing, CapCut's export game is tight, letting you format for TikTok or YouTube with one click. Runway is focused heavily on visuals, so you might need to stitch audio separately if you need detailed sound design. Vizard, however, makes publishing the whole point of the application. The content calendar and auto schedule features mean you can push clips directly to socials or queue them up for later. So, who is each tool actually for? CapCut is for content creators, solo marketers, and beginners who want quick social edits and playful effects. Runway ML is for filmmakers, VFX artists, and production teams who need granular, frame-level creative control. Vizard is for creators who want the reach of daily content without hiring an expensive editor. It is all about turning long-form video into optimized clips, organizing them in a calendar, and letting the AI do the heavy lifting. In the end, Runway wins on generative depth, CapCut wins on ease of use, and Vizard wins on workflow automation. Why not use them together? Use Runway for visuals, CapCut for quick shorts, and Vizard as your engine for daily publishing. Running a hybrid workflow is how a lot of successful creators scale without burning out. So pick what matches your output needs and go make something great.